3D Rising is here at the NXT Philly Freshman Showcase on day 2. This is the team invite day, and we're here with Coach Sal Locascio, one of the directors of Team 91 off of Long Island. Sal is a graduate of UMass from back in 1989, was on 3 world teams, and he has one heck of a team here today. Coach, very one-sided in some of those games, thanks to strong face-off play. You have a great group of guys from Long Island. Talk about putting this team together, and I guess how impressive they are even to you.
Yeah, it's been around lacrosse my whole life. These group of kids didn't know how to play as a team, and we played as a team at both ends of the field. And I couldn't be more proud of a group of 9th graders. They've played the best competition across the country, and more often than not, they're usually doing pretty darn well, as evidenced today. We're here at a great event here in Philly, and the kids played 3 incredible games today.
What do you tell the kids, knowing that there's going to be all these coaches on the sideline, they're really young kids still, but, the fact of the matter is that this is where recruiting is going. What do you tell the kids to kind of get them in the right mindset to perform well?
Yeah, I think what's important is that we just continue to do what we normally do. And, if you make, 2 or 3 good plays in a game, you'll get noticed. It might be 1 goal, it might be a ground ball, it might be just playing really good defense. So I try to tell the kids, you know what, even though we have all these coaches kind of following us around a little bit, just keep playing the way we normally play. And that's usually good enough for lots of guys to get an awful lot of looks. And I've got a team full of Division I talent here. I'm pretty proud of these kids, and what they did this fall was pretty special. They didn't lose a game all fall, and we've played the best competition. So really, really proud of the group.
They seem to exemplify Long Island lacrosse, to the T. Strong defense, hard-nosed, move the ball incredibly well. I guess talk about what you're seeing out there in terms of the level of play.
Well, it's kind of nice having the level of talent, first off, that we have. And it starts with our face-off guy, Jordan Ginder. He pretty much dominates every game with face-offs. And when we're on the offensive end of the field, we've got guys like, Sean Cutton, who, he's basically a 5-on-4 kid. You can't play him with one guy. He breaks the defense down, and on the backside of that, we're pretty much playing 5-on-4. And then when you have guys like, Bamford and Wichelms that can really finish, we're a tough team on the offensive end of the field. If you're lucky enough to get to the defensive end of us, we've got 8 defensemen who I really believe will play Division I lacrosse. And there's not a weak link out there. There's not a guy that you can attack on us on the defensive end of the field. But what makes it even more special is that they understand how to play great team defense. A lot of guys can play really good one-on-one defense. Our guys understand how to help, how to shade, how to show to deter other players from going one-on-one. So this is as good of a group as it gets in 9th grade. And as I've said, they've played the best competition across the country and pretty much have beaten everybody.
And in terms of recruiting, I'm under the impression that you're not trying to get anybody to hurry through the process, but rather take their time and make sure they get a good feel for what they want to do in life. Talk about how early it's going and trying to balance the desire to get into a good college, but to do what's right for you.
It's so I talk to each family has their kid in a little bit of a different spot. We've got a bunch of kids right now that are committed to some D1 schools, and those families, those kids were ready to make that choice. But I just tell the kid and the parents to take your time, and it's 4 years, a long time from now, when they're actually going to start collegiate lacrosse. And a few of them have felt like they found the right places, that being at Hopkins, Maryland, and Duke. And we've got a bunch of kids on this team that have committed now, and we've got plenty more that are going to play Division I lacrosse. I really believe that every kid on this roster will play college lacrosse, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
And what's next for you and your guys? This is kind of the end of the fall circuit for a lot of people. What happens between now and the spring season with these guys on Long Island?
One of the reasons why we're as good as we are, we basically do this year-round. So, come next Saturday, we'll start our indoor training, and we pretty much do 12 sessions of that. And, we incorporate certain parts of our team offense into the drills that we do. And it's all about getting us, ready to play when we get back outside. We won't go back outside probably until March or April, depending upon the weather. And and the events that we go to, I mean, you can see it here. When our team is out to play, you can see all the D1 coaches. They know about our kids. They know about the talent level that we have here, and we'll start that whole process up, again in the spring. My guess is we'll probably have 8 or 10 kids committed by maybe the end of the spring, and I'm going to help each and every one of them as best as I can to get to where they want to get to.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for your time, and congrats on a great run this fall.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.